let's talk about Halloween, baby.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
It was Halloween. Let's go.
You want to talk about Halloween Kills?
David Gordon Green.
David Gordon Green. Yeah, that's the name of the director.
Yes, he's doing the whole trilogy, that new trilogy.
Oh, God. Is there going to be a trilogy of those things?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
So it's Halloween Ends, I think it's called.
Oh, God. That is not...
Yeah. So, man, apparently Halloween
That
lasts
is not
for, like,
comforting.
72 hours in that fucking city. It made me laugh because, like, the first movie starts and it starts directly.
Oh,
when
what?
it
Because it's
finishes.
so... Oh,
Yeah,
God.
So I believe
So
the
what? It's
whole
supposed to be
trilogy-
over one
Oh man, I don't
night
know
of
how.
Halloween?
I don't know how. I don't know how.
Oh,
I really
dear.
don't, because like honestly, like the movie like feels like it goes over several hours and it's still dark. Like,
So this is the one you watched with Mitch, right? Mitchy from the Mines. What did he think?
correct. He didn't like as much as I did. I just thought it was fucking hilarious. Like it was such a fun movie.
Shit. Here we go again.
No, not really actually.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Look, believe me, it's so far from good. Like it's not it's not meant to be like a movie you go and see and go, fuck man, it's like a classic horror film. But
Okay, right.
it was so fun. It was so
Okay,
fun.
well,
Bro, it was
okay,
such a-
that's good
it
to
was such
hear.
a fun slasher. I loved it. I thought it was great.
Oh wow,
It
that's
was
that's not
crap.
that's not the response I was expecting.
I mean, neither was I. It was shit. But man, you're laughing through it. It's funny. Like it's just like it's just like it's not meant to be taken seriously. I swear. I'm sure it is, but I don't think it is.
Yeah, it's
Like I honestly don't think it's meant to be taken seriously.
get away
because of
with
how
the
shit it
goof.
was. But like it
wow.
was
Okay,
like
that's really interesting.
it's getting ripped apart by reviewers. But I just thought it was so fun. Like, you know, I'm in a cinema. I'm like
Because
I've had a few
Jamie Lee
drinks,
Curtis
you know.
reprises the role, right?
Yeah, she knows funny. Like, I don't know if she was in like another role or something, but like, she's not in it much. From it was due to like injuries she like had gotten in the previous movie
Ah, I
because they
see.
had this massive fight in the last one. Like, I
Oh,
kind of want
really?
to watch them all because like you have to kind of know the movies to kind of get the storyline.
I didn't even know. I didn't know there were that many. So how many have there been so far? Like,
I don't know how many, but there's been quite a few.
jeez, this fucking. I've watched the original Halloween, the very first one. That's the only Halloween I
I've
watched.
never seen it.
I like it. I think it's good. It's
John
it's such an
Carpenter.
old movie. It's like 1973 or something. It's a
Carpenter, isn't
really
it?
old
Yeah.
movie. And for a 70s movie, I was really impressed. I think it holds up, and I think it's still a good movie. But it sounds to me like the ones since then they've just taken things a little too far. And hey, like you, I'm not against things being too far if it's fun, you know. But I ain't gonna call it good.
I because like we definitely Dylan fucking shat on us for not liking Malignant, and I had so much more fun with Halloween
Yeah.
when it was like he was like you don't get it, and that's fair enough. But like you know what, maybe I don't. I just didn't like it. But the film like Halloween Kills was obviously not trying to be like anything that big. I just thought it was fucking hilarious
to
and
me
fun.
with and I don't want to make this about Malignant, but I feel like Malignant almost made me think it was going to be good,
yeah.
and then it did a bait and switch, and that is kind of what pissed me off, because maybe that's what they were going for the whole time, but it was almost like, why try to be good and then be shit? Whereas if you're gonna do something like Halloween Kills, which disclosure, I haven't seen, but you know, from the get go, if you just balls to the wall, we're being silly. This
You know
movie
what
is
it
just silly.
I really think it knew what it was.
I
It
like
was
that,
just-
and I respect that.
It was dumb. It was a slasher. There's gory kills that make you laugh in the cinema. Like,
Well,
it
that's
was
what
just-
you're there for, isn't it? I
It-
mean,
honestly, I had a very good time with it. I just thought it was fun. It was really fun. It was like I felt like I was
what's
watching.
the Michael Myers? Is
Yeah,
that-
Mike Myers. Yeah,
Mike Myers
who
is Austin
played-
Powers.
Yeah,
Michael Myers.
Michael
is-
Myers. I was gonna
is
say, I was
Halloween
gonna say who
Kills.
plays Shrek? Because he's Mike.
That's
Myers,
Mike Myers.
Yeah,
Michael
Michael Myers
Myers is the
yeah.
murderer.
Surely you wouldn't pick your name as that as like a Hollywood actor. Like,
Well,
Then they
yeah,
pick
that's
names,
what's funny.
Then they
is-
pick names like that's not really their real name. It can be a play on their real name, but
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, Hollywood is weird where most
you
big
pick the
actors,
murderer-
it's not their
murderer
real
from
name.
Halloween. Yeah, sometimes they don't.
Well, he was on SNL, so maybe it was a bit, you know.
You reckon?
I don't know. He could have just thought it was a funny name. Like,
Yeah, it was great. It was great. I loved it. It was
Yeah.
like watching Doctor Who. It's a shame because like
how was the directing? Like,
You know what? Not actually that bad. I think obviously it's like it was almost like we watched what was that Conjuring this year we watched. It was like obviously trying to be a
The
knockoff
Conjuring
of,
3?
like,
Oh,
James
dude, that
1, and it was similar to like it was obviously a knockoff like Carpenter, but I liked it. It was good. I really is they're gonna try and obviously be respectful to the film.
How many more are there gonna
There's
be?
meant to be one more, so it's a trilogy.
Oh, so the one that came out
It's
last year or
it's
whatever.
set-
That was the
yeah.
first of the trilogy.
It's set
Okay.
directly after it finished.
So they're doing like a Dune right now. They're like
So I don't know if it's
get you
I
in
don't know
for
if it's
one
a bit
more,
of a
you know?
spoiler. Like maybe I shouldn't say this, but like
Go
they
ahead.
definitely play with like the first movie in like a really cool way, and I love how the director,
as in the very first movie, like the
and
original. Oh,
they
okay.
must have shot it on film. Either that or I'm tripping. Like honestly, they must.
Hey,
have shot
I
it on
respect
film.
that.
But they did a play on like the first movie, or if maybe it's not the first movie. I don't know. I haven't seen them, but like
Well,
I
I know
it was
for
definitely a
sure.
play
I know
on
for
it.
sure the first one's shot on film.
It
Because
was all
that's
grainy.
that's
but
all I
know-
could
know you can add
remember.
grain to
Yeah,
obviously
well,
footage.
all I could remember when I watched the first Halloween, the original one, was like, this is from 1973. This looks amazing. Like it
I need to
visually,
watch
it
it.
holds up really well.
They could have just added grain though. You know what always makes me laugh when Robert Eggers went to direct The Witch, and he said, "I want to shoot in film." And they said, "Can't you just in post add grain?" And he was like, "Are you fucking serious?"
Can't you just turn the grain up in iMovie?
That's like it's like adding a crackling sound to your song, pretend it's playing on vinyl. You know?
yeah,
But no,
exactly.
I thought it was great.
Get the pops and get the
pops
dirt,
and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I thought it. Honestly, it's so bad, but I loved it. It almost reminded me of Doctor Who. I thought Doctor Who was a lot better than. I'm not saying Doctor Who was bad, but it reminded me of Doctor Who. Where I'm like, you know what, writing wise, like this is not like fucking Shakespeare, but it was just fucking fun. I'm entertained. I'm sat here. I'm smiling like a child. It's
Yeah,
great.
okay,
You know?
I like that.
It's nothing you're gonna go home and be like, man, we got to study this script. But it's just
I
fucking
think
fun.
Why
not?
I haven't watched the first Halloween in a while, but from memory, it is good. But it's similar to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, where it's more intriguing, and you're kind of like, what's going on? And then there's the big reveal. I mean, I guess 70s movies are like that, but I feel like at this stage, the draw of a character like Michael Myers is different. Do you know what I mean? Back in those days, it was you went to the cinema to find out what the hype was. Whereas now, we all know what the gimmick is. Do you know what I mean? We all know that Michael Myers is a guy who
The slasher
kills
yeah.
people. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, we don't want to go to find out who Michael Myers is because we know. We just want to go to see him slash. We just want to go to see him murder some people. That's all we want to see.
It was fun. It was just, you know what? It was just fun. That's all I got to say about it.
I'm glad to hear that. I am glad to hear that.
I didn't go with expectations like I will be of like Last Duel or June or like Many Saints.
Right.
Like, it's so fun to go to a movie sometimes and just be like, I think that's why I didn't
think
enjoy
that's the
Malignant
best-
so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I went with expectations. Like,
The better way to go in is with lower
sorry, Joe,
expectations.
I know you don't like that we didn't like it. I'm sorry. I really wanted to.
But maybe that is why we didn't
I'm
like it,
delighted to
'cause
hear that.
I think we were expecting too much from James Gunn, you know.
I won.
And
the one gun.
did
the
I
one
say
gun.
James Gunn?
It's hard. I know.
fuck.
Sometimes I say it.
James
The one gun.
won. What's the Who's the one who directed?
Who's the one who directed Gun? Yeah, the one gun.
Okay, yeah, the one and only, the one and only.
The one.
That's-
The one. Yeah,
the
the one
gun and only.
Yeah, the gun and only. Yeah.
Oh dear. No, that's great to hear. I am happy to hear that.
So much fun.
And I will say, I saw an interview with John Carpenter, and they asked him about the Halloween sequels.
It's great. I love it.
Well, he was like, he basically said, you know, I don't know much about. I'll try and find it.
Joe McBride still fucking writes. You know, he wrote the first script with someone, Danny McBride. That blows my mind. That he co-wrote this script for Halloween Kills.
What, Danny McBride wrote this?
Yeah, McBride. Yeah, he co-wrote the first one and he co-writes this one.
You're telling me McBride wrote this?
Yeah, literally Danny McBride.
I'll see. I might not be able to find this video, folks, but
We love John Carpenter. He still produces and stuff. It's like, it's always like, you know, James Cameron producing like all the Terminator movies.
yeah,
Who cares?
you know,
Like, it means,
I get
it
it.
means nothing.
Of course, it's
That
not
score's
iconic.
iconic,
Of
though.
course, when you need the clip, it
The
never
score is
comes.
iconic.
But
Dun, 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 dun,
he basically said something along the lines of every time they make a Halloween movie,
I get paid.
I get paid. And you know what? I gotta respect that. He literally, he was like, they asked him, some interviewer was like, what do you think about what they're doing with your I won't find it, so you don't need that. They were like, what do you think about what they're doing with your Halloween franchise? And he was like,
care.
he literally was like, I don't care.
This is how
But every
I
time
would.
they make one, I get a paycheck. So
This is how I would.
Yeah, so they're doing a full trilogy, which is interesting. Like, you know what? Apparently the next movie is supposed to be coming out next year, which I kind of doubt. But I sent it to Mitchell. I was like, let's go. It was fucking fun. Like, it was just hilarious. It was hilarious how dumb it was. It was a fun, dumb Halloween film that was pretty well made. Acting was fine. And what else do you need? Like, you don't have to think.